So in Roblox, if we want to separate our code and have it in two different files, we usually do it using module scripts. So let's see how to create a module script, put some of our code in this file, and then use it, require it from the main code, from the main file. So let's open Visual Studio Code and let me create a new project here. So I'm just going to create a new folder and I'm going to call it using module scripts. Let's open this folder. And now I'm going to use Rojo to initialize this folder. So let's install Rojo now and also create one now. And now we need to start the Rojo synchronization server, and we're done with that. Now in source, let's open the server folder. And here I have this script that says hello from server. Now I want to create here a small utility function. This function is simply going to say hello from my utility. So I just call this function utility1, and all it does is say hello from utility1. And this will work, right? I can call this function and it should work just fine. So let's go back to Roblox Studio and connect. And if we start our game now, we can see hello from utility1. But now I want to separate my code. I want to move the code of the utility to a different file. This has to be done in this folder, in the shared folder. Here I'm going to create a new file and I'm going to just call it utilities. And now I'm going to move my function to this new file. So instead of being here, I'm going to move it and now it's going to be here. The thing is that to work with module scripts in Roblox, we have to export a table. So I'm going to initialize an empty table. Let's just call it utilities. And as I said, it's going to be an empty table. Now I'm going to use this table, and this function that we defined here is going to be part of this table. So the name of my table, utilities in my case, dot, and then the name of the function. And from this shared script module, I have to return this table. So return utilities. And now I am going to be able to use this function in my main file. First, we need to identify where the utilities script is located in our game tree. So here in Roblox Studio, we can see it here under replicated storage shared. And to access it, we're going to use game get service. So here it's going to look like this, game get service. And as a parameter to get service, we need to pass this replicated storage. Here it is. And let's store this service as a local variable. And now that we have this service, we're going to be able to require the module script that is defined inside it. So we want to require, and the thing that we want to require is inside this service, inside the replicated storage service. And specifically, if we look here, it's inside shared, and then we have our script. So shared utilities. So here I specify just that, dot shared, dot utilities. And this require is going to return the table that we return from the module script itself. So let's store it in a local variable, and I'm just going to name it utilities. And now that I have this table, I am going to be able to use everything that's within it. And specifically, I have my utility1 function. So utilities dot utility1. And if I go back to Roblox Studio and restart my game, I can indeed see hello from utility1.